Hello, Namaskar and Namaskaram. Welcome to Stories of Hope Introverts Special, #21. So thank you so much for your love. I don't know how can I express this and all, because it's been 5 months around. We are into 21st episode of our Stories of Hope Introverts Special. Still the same love, still the same response. Even people are asking me if I miss anything, or they are getting back to me telling why didn't I mean one week I just missed it. They came back to me and asking what is happening and all. So thank you so much for that love. I believe this show is for introverts who, this show is the show where you can see introverts got some leap of faith in their life and achieved success professionally and personally as well. This show is not only for introverts, it will be for everyone, because I believe from this show you also get some hope in your life so that you can also achieve success. So with that note, we will be entering into our 21st episode of our Stories of Hope Introvert Special. Today, I should tell you, the person who is coming over here, he don't know that I always have this admiration towards him. I don't know whether he know about that or not, but I used to follow him. His kind of branding, his kind of personality. So whatever it is, there are a lot of things which I got inspired from him. But yeah, today, fortunately, he was there in my show. That is even a privilege for me. So this person is also a kind of person who struggled in his life. When he started his career, or before starting his career, he gone through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of challenges, but still he has that mindset and he came out of it and he got a job. Again, in the job, around 11 plus years of experience in BPO in night shifts. So it's not easy being BPO doing these night shifts and all. It's not at all easy, but he believes that this constant investing in yourself is the key to grow and to get success. So he also wants to help people to unlock their potential and limiting beliefs regarding money and mindsets as well. So he's on a mission to transform 1 million life mindsets to achieve success and help them to live fulfilled life. So he is also a person I have seen. He's a person who always adds a lot of value to the people. I have seen this. Even being a good friend of, good friend of him, I have seen him how he is adding value to others people's life. So which is one more point which I also get inspired from. So a lot of people are also getting inspired from. Yeah. So without any further delay, let us invite our guest today, Ravi Nadar.
Thank you so much, Santhosh. It's my privilege, to be on this particular platform, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's a privilege to me to invite you and to host you on this show. I always tell you this. Right now I'm telling you again. So I always used to admire you, how you're doing things. I get inspiration from you, whatever you do, the posters, wherever I see you. Okay, this I should be like this. I used to get that kind of inspiration by seeing you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyhow, I have given you some already. I have given our audience some introduction about you. So you also give some more introduction, because I may miss some points out here.
Certainly. So I born up in a lower middle class family. Okay, so when I born up, at that time, I had faced a lot of challenges when it comes to money, and at that point of a time, I can only see that there was a lot of money issues, So because of that particular money issues, there used to be fight in my at my place between my moms and between my dads, and the place where I used to live, that was a chawl. Okay, so if you see in a chawl, the surrounding is not that good. So if there is no fights in my place, then definitely there should be a fight in surroundings around. So that is that kind of a place. So I was surrounded with those kind of a people wherein people used to think very small. So I was into that kind of an environment wherein I struggled a lot. Then when I used to go to the school, I was very shy introvert person. I don't used to speak to many of them people. I had that fear that whenever I go and speak to someone, maybe if I'm wrong, what they will be think about me, what the teacher will judge about me. And there would be a lot of competitions happening in my schools as well. like singing competition, this competition, that competition. I never took part in any competition because of that reason. And later on, like once I completed my school, then of course, like as your society says, as your community says, and also like your parents says, like after school it's always starts with a college, and then
College.
there should be a degree. Maybe it can be a MBA degree or maybe engineering, any kind of a degree. But when I started my college, after like completing my 12th grade, and then I went to college and I got dropped out. And the reason I got dropped out is I was not having any more interest in studying. When it comes to studying, like when it comes to maths, algebra, geometry, all it should go bounce. And I also got like zero in maths. Okay, so zero, and I see, okay, why I'm getting zero, and I never used to get so much of interest in studying. So that's the reason I got dropped out.
Okay.
And like I cried a lot for like 1 or 2 months because I got dropped up. And that was the first time, like in my life I got dropped up. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
never failed in my school terms, but when it came to college, I got failed up, and it was the very first turning point for me, like what has happened in my life. Then there is an inner chatter. As an introvert at that point of time, there is an inner chatter: you're not worth it. Now people will
Mm,
start dislike you. And
mm,
like family will not support you, because
correct.
family, every time they start cribbing you that you're a failure, you're a failure. See your brother, वो देखो शर्मा जी का लड़का देखो कितना बड़ा like पास हो गया है, he got
Correct.
80%. See that, like Shukla's a daughter, she has ranked first. What happened to you? This and that, all those kind of things, like goes around. And then what happened is, no, I said I don't want to continue with my studies. But my dad and my family was supporting me. It's fine. Though there was the challenges they were facing, but still my dad always took that initiative. He said, you need to continue your studies. Whatever support you need, I will, like happy to help. But deep inside me, I already know that if I continue my studies, I'm not going to go anywhere. So why should I waste my parents' money? So that's the decision when I took. And like when I was in college, because of the struggle of money, at the same time what I did is I started working part-time. So the very first job I started working part-time is in a Pizza Hut. So
Okay.
it was in Nimble Lifestyle, and I was not getting selected. Because of the help of my friend, I got selected over there just for part-time. And in Pizza
Mm,
Hut, like every time, like you have to work there by standing. And I was earning, like per month around like 1,300 rupees. That was my first salary. And I said, like, this is not a life where I want to live again. Then I moved it to something different. Then that's when my career started in a BPO industries. Then I started working in international BPO. My communication skills was toss. And being an introvert, like you don't feel like talking to anyone, you don't talk to anyone. The only person you talk is to yourself.
correct.
And most of the time, like 80 like in a day there is a 80 or more, 80,000 plus thoughts you have, like goes around in your mind. And half of
Correct.
the thoughts goes as the completely negative.
Correct.
So what it says to you is, you're not worth it. Who do you think that you will get selected to the international BPO?
Mm,
See, have you seen your communications? You don't know how to speak. This and that, everything. But somehow I got selected, and that's where the journey started. And when I completed my like my international BPO, then it was like it was for a long term. I already had like 11 plus years of experience in there. And
awesome.
day after day after day, there one like there was in the point, like I believe there was a one thing which had happened in that international call center is, I was, like I was able to speak. I got to know, like how to speak, and I lost that fear of, like speaking with the strangers. Because I used
Mm,
to speak to the clients, like in US and Australia. If you go
mm,
ahead, like if you ask me, go and speak to this foreigners, I'm happy to go ahead and speak to him.
mm,
But like the upbringing and, like the place where I've been brought up, you cannot speak to strangers. So
exactly.
that yeah, so that was the thing which was happening. But what happened is, one very good thing happened is, I met a friend whose name is Hari, and he gave me a book which is called as a Think and Grow Rich,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that changed my life. And
Okay.
when I started reading that particular book, it totally shifted my mindset. And that day I got to know it's not about the money, it's the mindset
Mindset.
which you need to work upon. Right.
Exactly, exactly. Super, super. So that's what the consistent. So even mindset, motivation comes and goes, but mindset, the consistency of mindset is not easy. So from being working in a pizza, I mean, being a shy introvert, working in a Pizza Hut, then going into BPO, from there achieving whatever you want, speaking to the international clients, it's not easy. That consistency is not easy to everyone. So that is what you have. That for that consistency, obviously, mindset is the only thing which is required to move ahead. So thank you for that mindset, because of which you are on my show. So thank you for that. So yeah, thank you for that introduction, sir. I mean, giving about your background regarding you. So with this, I just want to go into the show. So basically, this is about two. There will be two parts of the show. So two rounds,
Okay.
I can say. First round is about question and answer like this, whatever what is happening now. Second is about on the spot. Means it is a rapid fire. Okay,
Okay.
so that kind of I will be asking you rapid fire. So I will be giving you some things which you may answer. So first
Perfect.
let us go into our first round, that is about question and answers. The first question is about, you told that you are a shy introvert, and because I mean, I can understand that environment is the one thing, major thing which actually impacts us. So even for me as well, the same thing. My upbringing is I am the elder one. My mom is so lovely, so she always love me a lot, so she don't want me to go out. She always me ask me, even right now also she never asked me to go out. That's that kind of upbringing I have. Because of the environment only, obvious this is introversion comes up. And now coming to the point of how you came out of it, or before going into it, I just want to ask you any incident you can tell about how you have suffered being a shy introvert. What kind of any scenario which you have faced in your life, you felt like, "Arey, what is happening in my life, why I am like this," any situation as such?
Yes. So there was one situation, and it happened like, I would say recently, like 3 to 5 years before. So when I was working in BPO at that time, I came to know, like, the only thing what you can do is invest in yourself. That's how, like, you will be able to upgrade your mindset, not only your mindset, also your lifestyle and each and everything. Because I started researching about rich and successful people, what is making them a different. And the second question is, how can I be the same kind of a person? So
Hmm.
at that time I got to know, like, there are a lot of difference. Like, if you see rich and successful people, they start reading book. So I also started reading book. Second thing is, they go to seminar, then I also go to seminar. So this is what happened. Like, the very first seminar when I went, and it was into the seminar was in a luxurious 5-star hotel, Sahara Star.
Hmm.
So when I went there as an introvert kind of a person, and like, there are all champions who always come to the seminar junkies and go, and they, like, speak in a very fluent English, and they just chit chat with each other. And I was the person who was standing alone, and I'm just looking like this. So who is going to approach me, and this, and that is a very awkward situation. You're standing at one place and you're just looking at, and every you might be thinking, okay, this person will come and, like, talk to me, this lady will come and ask me question, but nothing happens, no one comes to you. And just because of that fear, and just because of that, like, fear, like, you can't speak to others, because there are so many people who go and upfrontly speak, okay, hi, how are you, like, what's your name, so how was this seminar, this and that. I was standing very alone, and I felt very bad. And I said to myself, like, what is the one thing I need to do? And that's when I got to know, like, I need to not be afraid of fear, what is going to happen. And fear of judgment, like, many of them, they think, because of that fear of judgment, that, like, log kya sochenge, people don't go far in their life. You always think, like, family always says, like, char log ye kahenge, char log, I have never seen that char log till now. And
Yeah.
because of that, Charlotte, are you saying me that because of that, Charlotte, you don't want to live the kind of a dreams you want? And that's when I
Yes.
decided that I want to go against that particular fear, and then I worked upon myself. I started interacting. It's fine, even if it is wrong, it's okay.
True.
Others opinion doesn't matter, it's only
True.
our opinions which matters a lot. And
True.
that's the time I decided, and that's how I came out of this situation.
Awesome, awesome. Good point, sir. Actually, that is what it is about, you being the next version. So, in simple, what Ravi sir want to tell is about you being the next version. You have to be thinking about you than thinking about what people might what people might think about me and all. So you have to tell yourself, even that the same thing happened to me as well. Whenever I feel like why this life is like this, why I am not able to go and speak, I thought I should work on myself. So I should be better version by the next day. So in that way, I also, the same process what you told, the same way I also worked on myself. I didn't I mean, I have cared about in the starting days, it's not easy. I can tell that it's
Correct.
not at all easy, but yeah, once you keep on doing it again and again and again, then obviously that makes you a person where you will be standing and people will be getting inspired by you. So obviously that should be there, means you have to do it multiple times. But yeah, you should be answering yourself that how can I become a best version of myself or better version of myself the next day or after few months. So that is what Ravi sir want to tell, I believe. Yes sir, am I correct?
That's correct. That's correct. Absolutely, Santosh. Because the only one thing you need to compete every day is compete against yourself, not from
Exactly.
others. Because the day when you start competing with others, you're not going to go so far. You need to
Correct.
compete yourself. Okay, today I'm like this. Next day, what is my progress? You don't have to. I don't need to compare with you. I didn't need to compare with someone else. No, who am
True.
I to compare? The only person I need to compare is what I was, the kind of a person 5 years ago, and what I am right now.
Correct.
That is the only thing.
Exactly. Correct, sir. Awesome. So thank you for that insight. That is so valuable. And even that is what all the most successful people do the same thing. Obviously, it may be a common statement, but that's what I want to tell from this show, that most of the people who are getting success, they do the same routine, whatever the statement, but they are doing it in a different way. Everyone has their own
Right.
styles, right? So yeah, that is correct, sir. Now coming to the next question is about what is one particular situation where you felt, yes, this is the time I have came out of my fears. Any situation as such which actually made you to, okay, fine, right now I am not the one who is completely introverted shy person. Any situation as such, and you got the confidence that yes, I can do it again and again.
Yes. Well, I still remember that thing, and that actually boosted my confidence a lot.
Hmm.
When I was working in BPO night shift, okay, so I used to come home around like 4:30, someday 5:30 a.m. Okay,
Morning.
and then
Hmm.
what most of them do is they just go ahead, and because mentally you're already exhausted
Exhausted.
and you
Correct.
don't feel like doing anything, if you have breakfast and then just go to sleep, and that is what the normal routine was there for me, and that is the normal routine everyone follows. But I said, like, this is not the end. BPO is not the end, because
Hmm.
God has already gifted you this powerful mindset, and you're not here to work for someone else, and especially not in BPO. That is an
Hmm.
experience, but there is something in you, you need to do. So I started, as I said, I already started researching about what makes, rich and successful people successful. So they said, they get up early in the morning, and the first thing they do is they work out. So workout
Yes.
can be yoga, that can be jogging, or that can be anything. So I thought, okay, so if I come and directly sleep, then I get up 12 o'clock afternoon, or maybe sometime it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not possible for me to do workout, because
Hmm.
tomorrow I will leave this job night shift, then I have to be working as a day shift. So again, why don't I install the habit of doing exercise at that particular time? So what I did, once I come home from my work, I used to go for a jogging. So when I used to go for a jogging, then I said to myself that I need to prove myself right now. And how I need
Exactly.
to prove myself, how I am going to become the better version is, I was the person who is not jogging, who never jogged, but I want to make sure that I should be that kind of a person who is running 6 kilometer jogging every day. And that is very difficult, huh? 6 kilometer, it's not an
No,
easy
it's
task.
not easy, not
even
easy.
even even 1 kilometer is not an easy task.
Easy task. Yes,
But
true.
do I need to do it like, instantly, or like, on the first day? No. Then what comes into your mind is, oh Ravi, you don't have that Nike shoes, you don't have that tops, you don't have that shorts to do jogging, like, I said it's okay. I don't need anything. And I still remember that I was wearing shoes, like, that was costing around 300 or 400 rupees, and there is a big hole in, like, front of that shoes. I said it's fine. I need something. Yeah, it's fine. So I started jogging. Now, how I completed my 6 kilometer journey, that will be like, very much interesting. Now, there is a road in, like, Mumbai, where I was living in Airoli. Okay, so there was a road which is called as a Patni Road. Okay, and it's a very long stretch, and it is a very good for, like, jogging. So 3 kilometer, where you have to go front, and then if you come back 3 kilometer, that's how you will be able to complete 6 kilometer jogging. And I made up my mind that one day I will complete this 6 kilometer at a one stretch. Now, how I will do it? Step by step. So every day, what I was doing is, every day I was just completing, like, little by little. For the first day, I just walked. I did not jog. I just walked because I need to feel it, like, how this 3 kilometer, 6 kilometer stretch look like. The second time, what I did is, I just ran half a kilometer, and then rest I covered as just by walking. The third day, I completed 1 kilometer, and then the rest I walked. So every day I was going an extra mile. So for example, today I completed only half kilometer. So next day competition for myself was just ahead of that half a kilometer. So there was
Exactly.
a street lands, like, there is a 25 to 50 street lands. So I used to count, like, today I completed this much of length. I completed 4 street lands. Tomorrow I have to complete that fifth street lands. So that is how I was able to not only cover up 3 kilometers, I was able to complete it, like, 6 and 6.5 kilometer. And it took me only 20-25 days.
Oh
And
my God.
why I was able to complete is two things. One, every day I was going an extra mile, little by little. And the second thing is, I already made up my mindset that one day I am going to make it. And you know what happened? It had a very huge impact in my life, because you know what? I started believing in myself that if I set anything, my mindset to that, if I want to do it, I will make sure that I will do it. And that is the power of mindset. And it's not only the power of mindset of me, Ravikumar Nadar, is the same mindset even you have. Everyone, like, who is watching this, everyone has that mindset, which is powerful. The only thing is they don't know how to use it, and they don't know how powerful it is. And that
Okay.
actually changed my life.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. I am getting goosebumps when you are talking about the 6 kilometers one story. Oh my God. It
It
is
was
not
not
easy.
easy. It
No,
was
I'm
not
telling.
easy.
Yeah, I also do the jogging and I also go to gym. It is not at all easy. 6 kilometers is not a joke. It is a
And
very,
there
very,
was a
very.
day, yeah, there was a day wherein I was just completing 5.5 kilometer, and I was fully exhausted, and I used to give up. And there was a day I said, today is my day. I'm going to complete that 6 kilometer. And like, by completing 5 kilometer and 5.5 kilometer, I was completely exhausted. I was not having water bottle, and it was coming into my mind that if I go a step further, I will die. And what I choose is, it's ready to die, but it's not ready to not, like, taking action. And like, that was just an inner chatter. And what happened, like, today I was able to complete that 6 kilometer.
Exactly, sir. So yeah, as I told you, it is about goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. It's not easy, sir. So yeah. So now next question. I mean, obvious this question comes up. So what is driving you? The topic is that only. What mindset is driving you towards that, doing that again and again, even though it is very tough? I mean, I know that. I mean, not only this, apart from coming out of introversion and doing it, that also requires. I mean, there is some drive should be there. So what actually drives you to do it, and what is your? It can be inspiration or whatever it is. What actually that one point you can tell that yes, this is what driving me every day, pushing me towards that whatever I want or towards that success path.
Yeah. The very first thing, like, the challenges I've been gone through from early childhood, like, as I said, like, about my environment and about the upbringing, like it was not at all healthy. So it
Mm,
was actually affecting a lot towards my mindset.
correct.
And there are so many people who is also going through the same thing, wherein, like, for some, as a single father or as a single mother, they do not have a healthy relationship. Or maybe for some, like, every day there is a fight in their house. For some, everyone, like, their father, like, might be coming, like, drinking every day and having a fight with their mother, and because of which, like, the person who is there at that particular place is not able to complete his studies or not able to focus on his career or whatever it is. So
Correct.
I thought, like, this is something, a major problem which many of them facing. It's not me only. Because what if I am able to help them to shift their mindset, the way they are thinking towards life? Because whatever belief system, whatever beliefs our community has told to us, it is not at all true about getting rich and successful. It is not at all true. Everything is, like, it is completely, I would say, it's a myth. For example, like, one of the biggest myth we have is, like, rich can't buy happiness.
Correct.
So my question to you is, like, who comes up with this? The poor person says that rich can't buy happiness. Have you ever like, heard, like, rich person is saying, like, that rich can't buy happiness?
Correct.
Right. So this is just very small one thing. So same, like, this one thing, there are so many things which has been wired up. So for example, there is a thin wire, like, one wire says, like, rich can't buy happiness. The second wire says, like, money is the root of all evil. The third says some different myth. So every wire, when it gets stacked up, it becomes a giant huge wire, and it's very
Mm,
hard to, like, or remove that, and, like, plug out that particular wire so that you go and, like, go towards success. And I said that I was somehow able to come out of that situation. Now the only thing driving me is, like, I can see my old self, that, how I was struggling, I was going through that challenges, wherein, like, it was a hell. There was a point wherein I was thinking, like, why God did this to me? Why God has to give all the problems to me and my family? But
mm,
today I know, like, it's not, like, God who did it, it's you. It's
correct.
because of your decision and your choices you are into, like, whatever life you are, like, you are living right now. So that is actually driving me, like, to help people to come out of that situation. Because if I know that if I'm able to change their mindset, if I'm able to change their thinking, definitely they can change their action, and if they can change their action, definitely the result will be completely different. That's what
Awesome.
driving me.
Awesome. Awesome, sir. Awesome. That's what I always tell this. I'm getting also goosebumps, whatever you tell. That is about driving us is not easy. Driving one that drive will not be there if you are doing it for yourself. Obviously, if you are doing
Correct.
it for someone else, obviously that drive will vary. I have to do something to people like me. So that is what even that's what this show is meant for. That's what I'm doing this for. Whatever, even though it is tough for me to take this, it's not easy to do that. But yeah. So now my question is, sir, what you want to tell to people out there who are introverts as an mindset matrix mentor? So you tell some what exactly, that's what you have to tell us, what exactly that mindset, how you have to drive, or any tips you want to give to the introverts in specific to reach their success or break their boundaries.
Certainly. So the very first thing I want to tell the audience is, excuse me, the very first thing I want to tell, if you are an introvert, it's okay. We need people who are introvert as well. The second thing is, if you are introvert, that doesn't mean that you will not become successful. So remove this kind of a beliefs. The third thing is, as an introvert, what you need to do right now is, I know you have very few friends as an introvert, because people don't like to mingle with others. They just want to be, like, alone, or maybe hardly, like, some, like, two to three friends. Now, as an introvert, what you need to do is choose the surrounding, choose the people whom you are hanging around with very, in an effective way. So for example, if you as an introvert, so whoever, you want to hang around with, if you have one or two friends, make sure that one or the two friend is highly successful than you, because that person, if he is, at a very high standard, and if he's highly successful, that himself will actually make you to drive to, whatever their achievements. I'm not saying that whatever friends you have from childhood you have to leave them. No, you need to be in, in contact with them as well, because even you need those kind of a people. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to successful, you need to have that mastermind group, wherein I'm only comfortable with this 1 and 2%. That's it. They know all my secrets, they know each and everything, and it's okay, sometimes they give me feedback. But that 2% should be highly successful more than you. And how you will get it? You can only get it, by investing in some kind of a seminars or program, or maybe, you can find out there are so many groups, if you see, in Facebook itself, wherein there are so many introverts people. And the one of the best thing you have right now is Santhosh Nimmani itself. He is actually helping the people who are introvert. He has a, beautiful team, and, all the mastermind people connect with him, so that, not only you will come out of that shell as an person, at the same time you will also become successful.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving that point. Yes. Yeah. So I have no words. If you tell that, obviously, you have given. I mean, it's a privilege for me, again, as I told you. And yeah, with this, I just completed my first round. Now moving ahead for the second round. So yeah, so for this, or this is for audience who are live and watching this recording. Guys, whoever
Okay.
you also, if you want to, I mean, approach Ravikumar Nadar sir, I have already put his links, the LinkedIn, Facebook, all the links in the description. You can find that out and you can approach him, whatever. I mean, even wherever it is possible in social media. So even he has an exclusive community as well. If you want, you can visit his profile. You will get access to that as well. That is also free. So that links are also there in the description. So moving ahead, and he's upcoming author as well. So yeah,
Yes.
follow him if you want to have that mindset, even millionaire mindset as well. He's not only about people; he's also was looking towards the business entrepreneur side as well. So with that, I was moving ahead for the second round, that is about rapid fire. So
Okay.
rapid fire, I will be asking some questions. You have to answer it very quick. So the first question, obviously, this is you work for night shift, but I want to ask this: are you a night owl or you do things in the morning? What you prefer?
Mm, Earlier I used to be, night owl, but right now I come most of the important tasks gets completed in the morning itself, before 12 p.m.
Okay. So what makes you motivated every day? Not books. Books are apart from the excluded from this. Any entertainments? I want some entertainment side. Like it can be songs, it can be movies. Which makes you every day like, yes, this is what I want to do. Any kind of songs or any kind of book. I mean, any kind of movies you have repeatedly you do this.
Yes, there is one song, which is from Dangal, which I which actually drives me the Dangal title track, because
Title
it
track.
has a very, yeah, it has a very deep meaning. Like it says, it's your time now, and,
Correct.
how you need to pay the prices. You need to pay the price by your with your sweats, with your hard work. Don't
Exactly.
think that, my time will come. No, your time is right now, and that actually drives me. I always, think. And apart from that, if you want some entertainment, definitely I love to listen to, as I'm South Indian, I'm from Tamil Nadu. I listen to kuttu songs, so it's
Oh,
dancing kind of songs.
okay. Okay. So yes, next question is about. I mean, you already told that about your first book, your inspiration book, Think and Grow Rich. So what three? I mean, just three books which you recommend to people and you love the most.
Yes. So, but obviously, it's my, first book, which is Think and Grow
Think and
Rich.
Grow Rich.
Yes, and the second book, I would say, it's a Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Mhm.
And then the third book I would say is right now, which I completed, Discover Your Destiny, from the monk who sold his Ferrari,
Ferrari.
Robin Sharma.
Robin Sharma.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. These are
it's
three
in
books.
just
Okay,
some, yeah.
okay, great. So next question is about, so when you are an introvert in your environment, in your surroundings and all, people used to bully you, right? Any as such, I mean, any as such bully called you and told, Ravi, you have changed a lot. You are a person right now, a person which we didn't see at that moment. Any one or two, any kind of things happen in your life as such?
Um, No, I do not see, but I still remember, they used to bully with, bully me, they used to in school times, they used to, call me as a Kalia and all. And
Hmm.
at that time, I used to get afraid, why he is saying, I'm a dark person. But right now I can see, it's okay. It's not. I'm not dark. I'm, tall, dark, and handsome, if you can say, and it should not bother me, because what
Yeah.
happens is, see, at that time I was not having that consciousness that what I was going through. But right now, if you say, no one can hurt me,
Exactly.
because their opinion just doesn't matter. It's me who say to myself, that actually matters. And the second thing what happened is, recently I attended one seminar, which was Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within.
Power of,
And I
yeah,
was
yeah.
so excited and energetic. I put a post in Instagram. Okay. And when I
Hmm.
posted that, immediately there was one person who, commented in a so bad words. And actually, he not only commented in a bad words, like in a once, twice, thrice, 5 to 10 times. He commented that many times till he ran out of that bad words.
Hmm.
And I just want to ask one question for that kind of a person who is hating other success, and who is hating, what other people are doing right now. The very first thing, like, I invested that particular money to attend that particular seminar. It's my profile where I am posting. What is with you? So the hate for, as a bad words to me, it was not, he was not hating me. Actually, he was hating himself. So
Self,
that was
correct.
like, he was like, giving that bad words. And I said, it's okay, he ran out of bad words. He was so pissed off that, there was, I posted that kind of it. So in life you will get lot of haters, and when you will get lot of haters, you just need to remember one thing, that you are actually growing. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly. So with this point, I also want to tell one point which I believe in. If someone is pointing out to you, that means he is pointing out to you with one finger, but all the other four fingers are pointing towards himself. That means
Correct.
he is pointing towards himself. He is
Right.
not able to do it, but you are able to do it. That means you are growing. He is in the shit. So I even believe
Correct.
it. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Right.
so much for giving it. So yes, wham. So I am done for the day. So I have no questions at all. So yeah, thank you so much, sir, for being there and giving your valuable mindset. We will not get this kind of mindset with a lot of people, because it's not easy, and going through that many challenges, coming from a place environment where you couldn't even cope up, couldn't even grow, but coming out of it and again doing it, and that too consistently growing. Right now you are one inspiration to me, as such there are a lot of people inspired by you, the branding you do, whatever, the colors, whatnot, everything, whatever you do, it inspires me a lot. Thank you for that inspiration, and thank you for being that person who pushes us as well for do something big. Thank you so much, sir.
It's my privilege, Santosh, and just wanted to say thank you to you, because I can see, as an introvert person, like when I was in a school time and till colleges, and there are so many people, it's not end up there. They
Correct.
actually become introvert, the entire life.
Exactly,
And I
correct.
can see that, person like you, as a Santosh Nimmani, who is actually helping those kind of a person to give another life. You are actually helping them to come out of that shell. You are actually helping them to how to live as an introvert person, not only to become successful, at the same time you're also helping them to live a fulfilled life. And it's a very great inspiration for me as well, because right now we can see the people like you who is actually helping so many people. And that itself it's a very big thing, I would say. And but many people might be thinking that these people are just working for money. And no, see, money, if these kind of a people only working for money, see, money will once, twice, or thrice it will get just over. You will
Correct.
easily get satisfied with that money. But the only thing which drives Santosh and me is to transform other people's lives. And that
Correct.
is the
Correct.
one thing which we are actually heading, because I am also on the mission to transform 1 million's lives mindset and help them to live successful and fulfilled life. And I'm on the mission, and I want to complete that mission by 31st December 2028. And that is what actually driving me, because I'm thinking about we. I'm not thinking about me. If I'm thinking about me, I would not have drive. When I
Correct.
was
Correct.
working in call center BPO, I was thinking about me, me, me,
Hmm.
me. I need this. I need car. I need this bike. I need this house. I need this. But now and there is an entire shift. Now it's we, because I
Hmm.
know for sure if I'm able to help other people successful, I'm default automatically will become successful.
Exactly. It is true. It is true, sir. Definitely. That is always a drive for me as well. It is about I have seen in my life whatever introversion it is. I have been a person who used to hide behind my mom, but I have
Right.
seen that I should also I have got the confidence in my life that yes, I have to do something big. So from there I started working in jobs and all. But I felt like I should whatever I have done. I want to teach to. I mean, I want to tell to people that I have done this. If a person
Correct.
who used to hide behind my mom, never used to talk, can do it, obviously you can also do it. So that is what I also want believe. And yeah, it is about we, it is about the people. So if we want to, if me or someone, Ravi sir, want to go do it in this half an hour or 40 minutes, whatever, we can do some paid webinars or paid something else,
Yes.
right? But still, why we are sitting over here doing it for giving it for free? So it's not about only about, I mean, money and all, but first of all, adding value into people's life. That is what I also believe. Thank you for that point, sir. If we add more value into other people's life, definitely success will be behind you. It will be coming behind you, and money also comes behind you, behind
That's
that,
good.
right? So thank you so much, sir. So with that, we are done with Stories of Hope Introvert Special has 21. So thank you so much once again being my guest today, and it's a privilege again to host you on this live platform. And even I cannot even no words for me. So I just asked you, I just sent you an invitation. You told yes, Santhosh, if I'm available, I will definitely come over there, and you are available. Fortunately,
Mhm.
that is one thing happened this week. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being there once again.
And yeah, thank you so much for that as well. And just one thing I wanted to share in the end is, see, you are born with a rich and powerful mindset. You are born with rich and powerful mindset. It's your upbringing, it's your society, it's your community who made you poor. So if you change your environment, you change your mindset. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So even sometimes this question also comes. So how do I change environment? Everywhere it is like this only. How can I change now?
Yes. So yeah, there are so many options. One is if you really want to change your environment, for some it is not possible. It's okay.
Correct.
Start reading book. Start changing your mindset first, and there will be a point of a time wherein you will start seeing opportunity. The second thing is go to the Facebook group. We, for me as well, I have a Facebook group which is called as a Millionaire Mindset Matrix, wherein I
Exactly.
actually help them whatever insights I have, and sometimes I also help them to with my webinars also, so that I can able to change their mindset. So there are so many things is already available. It's you just need to go ahead and Google search it. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly. Correct, sir. Correct. Even we have to find right set of people. That is what simple thing is. We have to find the right set
Right.
of people and contact them or be with them. So there will be no
Correct.
no such thing called as people will come to you. All the people around you will be thinking like that. You have to find it. It's your task,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So yeah. So with that, Thank you so much once again, sir. With that is also very valid point, very apt point, and it will be very impactful for people as well. Thank you for that. And yeah, with this, we are done for Stories of Hope Introvert Special has 21. So we'll see you in the next episode of Stories of Hope Introvert Special. This will be live on every Saturday, 11 a.m. IST. And you can follow me in anywhere like YouTube, Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, all these places. The links are already there in the description. And thank you people who are actually contacting me, or whatever. Your love is the one which is driving me, and I also want to add lot of value into your life, so that you also can get that inspiration and get that feel that yes, I also want to transform. You also get that hope. That is what the intent behind this show. Thank you so much. With that, I want to leave, and we are going to sign off. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.